My name is Mike Sullivan here again. I'm a former IRS agent, teaching instructor. Welcome to my YouTube station. I have worked thousands of IRS cases. I worked at IRS for 10 long years. I was a revenue officer. I was a big, mean revenue officer. We took enforcement action. Anyway, thank you for being here. I worked 10 years there, and I worked a bunch of these cases. So when you're listening to me, you're listening how an IRS agent looks at your case, and so I know what the representation should be on the other end. I've been on national TV many times. Go to my website. You can learn about me there, 777irs.com. Anyway, payroll taxes. The government has always been hot in payroll taxes, and now with the new administration, they are hot on collecting these payroll taxes. Why? They're not a tax. They're money that you held back in trust and you're supposed to pay to the government, and you didn't. And what if I was an agent would say, I'd say, hey, you've been spending the government's money. You've been stealing the government's money. You're not using it. You were supposed to hold it and send it to us. So that's why they're really big on this. I just want you to know that. So really, at the end of the day, what has to be done if you haven't filed for many quarters? My guess, if you haven't filed, you haven't paid. Usually that's the case with IRS, with all the cases I've ever worked. So file them all. Don't hold back. Don't wait. Don't leak them in. And most important, start making a federal tax deposit. Go to however you make your deposit and digitally, and go ahead and do that. You want to do that before the IRS comes out. For IRS to make a determination whether they're going to keep a business open, that's what I used to do, and that's what they do. They want to say, should this business be open? If they're not making their payroll taxes and they're not filing their returns, is there any hope for this business, or should we just ask that they close their doors? Those are the considerations that IRS will make, and if you don't want to do that, IRS will get your receivables and they'll put you out of business by garnishing the receivables. But you don't want any of that to happen. So if this is you need representation, certainly call me. But remember, make your federal tax deposits right away. Start making one and get your returns filed. This way you're showing IRS you want to work with them. And always make sure you start filing your 1040s. A lot of people don't do that. And if you haven't made estimate payments, and you should have, for draws you've taken out, you probably need to do that. That's Sammy the Wonder Dog. She gets a fee. She gets an extra treat if she walks by while I'm filming. So anyway, I've been doing this a long time. I'm really good. If you need me, give me a call. Give me a subscription, no less. I do these. I give you a lot of good information. And when IRS comes out, they're going to ask for you to fill out a 433B and a 433A. So get ready, download those. Get ready for those. They are going to drill down on those and find out where your money's going. Most of the time you're broke. There is no money there, but IRS still wants to see where the money's going. Thank you.